Alright, what's up boys, it's Sam from Cerrone Bet. In this video be doing the wrap up of all my picks and bets and the prop bets that I'll be taking on UFC on ESPN 24, Waterson versus Rodriguez. This video will be a little bit shorter than usual. I'll just run through these things. I'm not gonna be breaking down anything, just be talking about who I'm betting. And if you wish to hear the breakdown, feel free to take a look in the description. I have a video there. Alright, so real quick, if you don't follow me yet on Instagram, if you wish to follow, I put the bets that I take prior to the videos in Instagram, so you can receive this earliest update if you'd like to. Alright, so as we spoke, let me just run through these things. Actually, I'm gonna be briefly talking about these first two fights, just because when I first recorded the breakdowns, the matchups are different, so I'll be talking real quick about this first two, then just run through the picks and the bet, and on to the prop bets, right? So between Marina Rodriguez versus Michelle Waterson in the main event, I'm picking Rodriguez, but it's quite an interesting fight to pick, to bet, you know, if you're gonna bet this. The reason is Rodriguez, she looked quite impressive, obviously, because she got the KO against Marina Rodriguez. She always fought very nicely. This girl is very tough. She has a decent range for the division. She's quite tall, in 5'6", has quite long legs. She's very tenacious. She's not only good from the outside. She has nasty elbows in the tight clinch and the knees up the middle. She's fighting Michelle Waterson. She's known for her karate style, you know, the karate hottie. She has lots of side kicks, you know, head kicks. She's very flexible, you know, with the leg, with the front leg especially. She has good grappling, good takedowns. She evolved quite well through the game. So it's not an easy fight to call, to bet, guys. Rodriguez should be the favorite because of the range, because of her tenacity. She has a little bit more power than Waterson. But don't overlook Waterson here. She has good combinations. She has a good head kick, a good switch kick, like I spoke about, and especially she has a good grappling, you know. Waterson's a smart fighter. She knows what she has to do. She has to take Rodriguez down, hold her down, maybe try to submit her. So Rodriguez is gonna be on the front foot. Probably she's the favorite because she can, you know, edge a decision more clearly, do more damage. But Waterson is on this fight, in my opinion. You know, I would be putting some small money on Waterson if I can find a good price on her. All right, so my pick is Rodriguez, but I'm not betting the fight. Donald Cerrone versus Alex Morono. Cerrone is the more experienced guy. Yeah, he's been around for quite a while. Good striking, you know, good grappling. Basically, has a very good double leg takedown. Times it very well. Great switch kicks to the head, straight punches. He doesn't like much being pressured though. He's at his best when he can keep his range. Alex Morono is a guy that's known for his volume, good getting inside, you know, good over hooks, overhands, and left hooks. From the top, he's not too technical. He's more like a guy that comes to throw volume on you. Has good grappling though. He's a black belt, but I don't know. It's not the best black belt out there. If they're gonna grapple, actually would favor Cerrone. So it's a tricky one, you know, because Morono is a little bit fresher too. He's younger. He throws more volume. Cerrone doesn't like to be pressured. So I'm back and forth there. I think Cerrone has a small edge, guys. I'm putting him like a -120. Favorite, exactly as the bookies have, so it's pretty fair there. But if I'm gonna be betting someone, gonna be Morono by decision, because the lines are better there, you know. And I'm also betting that this go over 2.5. All right, so actually this is wrong here. Let me just fix it real quick. Yeah, so the rest of the fights I already broke down in another video, so just real quick, I'm picking Neo, and I'm not going to be betting the fights. I'm just actually going to be betting Magny on the prop bets, but straight bets no. Diego Ferreira versus Gregor Gillespie, I'm picking and betting Ferreira, 1.25% of my money. Kyle Daukaus versus Phil Halls, picking and betting Daukaus, quite confident, at least in terms of the amount. I'm putting 1.5% of my money on him. Typhoon Chukwi versus Jung Yong Park, I have Park by quite comfortably, betting him at took him at +150 on the lines open. Klein versus Trizano, the pick is Klein, but I'm betting Trizano, especially by decision. Marcos Reyes de Lima versus Maurice Green, picking and betting de Lima with 1.5% of my money. Amanda Ribas versus Angela Hill, picking and betting Hill with 2.25% of my money. It's the biggest bet of the card for me because the lines were pretty good, even though it's a close fight, tricky one. Ryan Benoit versus Zaru Kadashev, picking and betting Benoit. Carlston Harris versus Christian Aguilera, picking and betting Harris. Ben Rothwell versus Felipe Lins, picking and betting Rothwell. Alright? So on to the prop bets, guys. I hid one of these columns which I show the amount that I'm betting on each prop, because it's the amount that shows the winning strategy. So I spoke about that I picking and betting Park. I have my biggest bet, one of my biggest bets on Park, but I'm also betting in Nchukwi by decision, kind of covering that a little bit, you know. In Nchukwi at plus 300, there's value there, guys. In Nchukwi versus Park over 2.5, I like this bet at minus 130. I think it's gonna cash quite easily. You know, Nchukwi has power. If someone gonna knock the other out, probably it's Nchukwi. But I don't think that's gonna be easy to knock out Park, because he's not only a tough guy, but he's much faster. You know, it's tough to hit. So I'm also putting parlays with that. I'm parlaying this over, and then Nchukwi and Park with Hill and Ribas go the distance, then Klein, Trizano go the distance. So I'm basically doing a round robin and separate things here to become easier to account for in the end. Then, like I spoke about, Cerrone versus and Morono over 2.5. So I'm doing round robins with the others that I spoke about as well. Alex Morono by decision at plus 255, good bet in my opinion. I'm covering myself with Aruka Dashev by decision as well. It's a cover bet, even though I'm parlaying more Ryan Benoit. Carlston Harris by decision. This is an interesting one. Even though Harris can finish Aguilera, I think there's more chance that they go to the decision. You know, Aguilera can also finish Harris, so it's a tricky fight to bet. I'm betting Harris, but not too much. Klein versus Trizano go the distance, as we spoke about. Hall's versus by decision. I like Kyle Dawkins even to finish Hall's round 2 or especially round 3. But I end up going by Halls by decision, try to cover that a little bit. You know, maybe Halls can win. You know, Halls is known by his power, obviously. I spoke about that in the breakdown. He can win in round 1 by KO, obviously. But I think Kyle Dawkins is tough enough to survive, and they probably gonna go to the decision, or Dawkins round 3. So Halls by decision is a cover bet. Roswell by TKO plus 550. Very interesting that has a big line like this, so I like this one a little bit too. Diego Ferreira by decision. I'm picking betting Ferreira both by straight bets. I think he has a small chance to submit Gillespie or even TKO Gillespie, but I think most likely this goes to the decision. I think Ferreira gonna be able to be more aggressive from his back basically, and do more damage on the feet. The Lima versus Green go the distance. This is a tricky one, very little bet, very small here. I think the Lima has a good chance to finish Green. Green, I think, cannot finish the Lima, but I would even edge the Lima in the decision, so this is an interesting one. Yeah, not to throw too much money. Neon Magny by decision, also an interesting one. And June Park by decision, I still need to put some money there. Alright? So, guys, I hope you guys liked. If you please like, subscribe. So let me show you my Patreon tiers. So for 10 and 15 bucks, this is the early releases and the prop bets. So I'm also putting up I'll start with the lock of the night for both of these tiers, and if you'd like access to this betting strategy plus the PowerPoint that they show with my analysis, it's for any tier you can have it. Alright, so that's what you guys gonna have for 10 and 15, and for 50 it's all bets line by line, exactly what you guys see here, plus all the bets that I'm taking for the cards, you know. So just real quick show. Actually, this one has nothing because there's no prop bets here. Just the filter thing. Yeah, so some bets here, guys, that I took, you know, like for future bouts with some current bets. So this is line by line. If you don't like to, if you trust me and you like just basically to copy things, you can have this with the amounts. All right, for the $50 tiers. $50 tier. Okay, so guys, again, I hope you enjoyed. If you please like, subscribe, share with your friends, consider supporting the channel. I'll talk to you next time. This is Sam from Ther, bring the best, most consistent and transparent bet strategy for you.